Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Ben Morales, your personal financial coach, and we are here. 2025, it's a new year. Hopefully, it's a new you as well. Hopefully, you are excited and determined about becoming debt free and about improving your financial situation this year. Today, I wanted to make this video and just ask a question. Have you ever asked yourself, where is my money going? You ever gone through the week, actually a weekend, you get paid on Friday, Monday and Tuesday comes around and you're broke and you're asking yourself that question, where is my money going? Don't feel bad. I'm not asking this because I'm judging you. I'm asking you because I've been there. I've definitely been there, and it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling at all. And so I wanted just to share a video and a method that hopefully will help you to just start the process of preparing a budget. There's a lot of clients I meet that have never done a budget before, and I don't want you to be afraid of it. It's something that's very simple, but I would give you a few main strategies, I guess, when it comes to creating a budget. So the number one thing I would tell you, and if you have a sheet of paper, you want to write this down, use the WID message, WID. It's not tricky or anything like that. It just simply means write it down. You have to write it down. This is the simplest step that you could take when it comes to creating a budget. You have to write the budget down. It's very important for you to know where every dollar is going, so that when you start to pay off your debt, you know exactly what strategy you need to put into place so that it becomes a process that's quick and efficient for you. So I always like to talk about the four key numbers, and I'll write those numbers down. Number one is your income. You should know what your monthly income is. If you get paid every week, you should know this. If you get paid every other week, you should know to the cent exactly what is coming into your checking account. And I'm still surprised by the number of people and conversations that I've had. And when I ask that question, they do not know the answer to it. It's so important that you know exactly how much income is coming into your economy, your own personal economy. Did you know that knowing the amount of income is going to directly impact your cash flow at the end of the month? Did you know that there are ways that you could increase that income by doing some simple changes at work, like changing your allowances? All those things are things that can be done, and there's simple things to do that will help improve and know, really track what your income is, so that you know to the cent exactly what's coming in. So that's the first number. Okay. The second number is your expenses. What are your monthly expenses? Your expenses. What do you put in your expenses? Everything. Everything that's leaving your income, you should have down as your expenses. It doesn't matter when you pay that item. It doesn't matter how you pay it. Everything that's leaving, everything that's impacting your cash flow should go under this category. I'll tell you a story a little later in the video about why that is so important. Okay. Number three, know how much debt you have. Right. When I work with my clients, this is one of the things that we want to focus on: debt, because the more money you have going to your debtors, the less money you will have toward building wealth, the less money that you will have toward savings, the less money that you will have toward investing. Debt is the number one killer of investing, growing wealth, if you use it in the wrong way and if you have the wrong kind of debt. So knowing the amount of debt will definitely help you strategize exactly how you want to tackle in paying that debt off and how quickly you can get it done. The last number I want to share is your cash flow. So these numbers will definitely impact your cash flow. The stronger your cash flow is, the more you'll be able to do things, some of the things that I mentioned just a little while ago, like investing, like building wealth, like savings, like helping to put your kids through college and different things like that. So these are very, very very important numbers to know. And that's why I say you got to write it down. Do you know what your income is? How often do you get paid? You know what the dollar amount is that's getting paid. A lot of people, I remember I worked in a bank, they didn't even know exactly how much money was coming into the bank. they couldn't explain exactly how much they were getting paid from their employers. When I would sit down to open an account with them, that was one of the questions he asked: how much do you make? They didn't even know. So you don't want to be in that position. You definitely do not want to be in that position. Okay, so that is the first strategy. You want to write it down. You want to have a good idea of what these numbers look like. Okay, and specifically as the month goes by. So I mentioned another strategy. We want to focus on the expenses, on what is going out of your economy every single month. And this is probably the area where most people really need the most help and guidance, is around your expenses. Like I asked the question at the beginning of the video, where is my money going? This is the area that will impact that. Okay, this is the area where you got to focus in. So a real quick way, and this is why you want to write it down, because when you write things down, you really start to see them on paper. You really start to see, okay, this is what I'm really dealing with. And then it starts to really put your mind to think and ask questions like the question we've been asking: where is my money going? So one of the things that you can do to really help you determine exactly where your money is going is, if you have an online banking service, or even if you have your statements mailed to you to your home, you need to just do this exercise. Look at your statement. Okay, take 1 month of statement. For example, okay, maybe you need to review the month of December. You need to go back and review the month of December last year. You need to look at that statement, and you need to see where every single dollar went out. Right? You want to focus in these areas. How much are you spending eating out? Okay. How much are you spending eating out? How much are you spending in groceries, which are not the same? Okay. How much are you spending on subscriptions? That's another area. A lot of people, remember being in the bank, it's estimated that people usually spend between 70 to 100 bucks every single month on subscriptions, different kinds. Another area you want to look at is, what fees are you getting charged? Okay, is your bank charging you fees? Are you not maintaining the minimums? Is there a way that maybe you can move some money around and help you eliminate some of those fees? What services are you using at the bank that are costing you some fees? So just by quickly going through your statement and notating these things, you will be blown away by the information that you'll find when you're writing it down and when you're going through a statement. For example, I was having a conversation with one of my clients, and we went through this exercise. We thought originally that the cash flow was about $847, which is really good because, well, the focus was on creating a budget and trying to begin the process of eliminating some credit card debt. However, when I asked the question, does this look right? The customer looked at me like, no, that's not right. I don't have $847 at the end of the month. So this is what we did. We went through a statement and we looked at exactly where the money was going. So originally, during the conversation, we thought that this was 50 bucks. And we thought that this was, I believe it was 100 bucks. Or maybe it could have been the other way around. But what we really found just in this category, right? The monthly expense was really about there. And in this category, the monthly expense was about right here. So that was negatively impacting his cash flow. What the real cash flow, by the time we went through all these things, fees, subscriptions, groceries, eating out, some of the things that we could previously spend money on, this was the cash flow that we had to work with. So that's a huge difference. So it makes no sense to write it down, and it makes no sense to have an idea of your cash flow if you don't really know exactly where your money is going. So it's not just about writing it down, but really understanding where your money is going so that you can start to prepare a budget and a plan of action, right? So that you can really look at, how much money do I really need and how much money do I really have, so I can dedicate it to paying off my debt. So I just wanted to make this video today and really discuss this and really encourage you that, again, it's little things. little things, right? There's a scripture that talks about beware the foxes because they eat up the vines. It's the little things. That's what impacts your life negatively. Little things like going out too much and overspending on groceries. Have a list of the items that you're going to buy in the grocery list, so that way you don't overspend. Okay, how much subscriptions do you really need? Do you need to have Disney and Hulu and Peacock and the iCloud storage and all these other types of subscriptions, right? Where is your money leaking in terms of fees? So just by looking at 1 month, I want to ask you to do this exercise and comment below exactly. Tell me what you discovered when you did this. Were you really shocked by it? Were you really surprised by it? Is this something that you knew and you kind of like were embarrassed about not really wanting to take the time to find it out? But please, it's to your own benefit. You really have to go through something like this so that you can really start to manage and take charge of your finances. So I hope you found this information helpful today. This is a really simple strategy. It does take some time, but it's going to be so much worth it. No one is going to be a better manager of your finances than you. So just wanted to share this with you. You're looking for ways to cut back so that at the same time you can increase your cash flow and really start to tackle your debt more productively, more efficiently. So I hope this information was valuable to you. I do welcome any comments. Share, subscribe, and please give me any feedback. I'll be more than welcome to any feedback and to responding to your comments. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video.